What's up, everybody? Dustin, please.
What? Yell football?
No, you say everybody loves a sleeper.
Everybody loves a sleeper.
That's your thing. Nameco, Dustin, we're talking about sleepers / undervalued. So we know some of these people aren't going to be going in the 10th, 12th, 13th round. It's just where they're going in drafts. We actually think that they can do better than what their ADP suggests.
That's how we roll at Fantasy Smack Talk.
Go ahead, start off, Dustin.
Bishop Sankey's the first guy I want to talk about with Tennessee, rookie. Here's the thing with rookie running backs that are going into good situations as far as guys that are going to get touches. Look at Bell last year. Look at Lacey last year. Look at Stacy last year. A lot of times they end up outperforming where they actually got drafted. Even when they know that they're going to be the starting running back, they still slipped, 5th round or so, and they still can give you, 3rd round value. So that's why we love his situation. We think he's going to get a ton of touches this year.
This guy I absolutely love, and that's Emmanuel Sanders. He's now with Denver, taking the spot of Decker. I think Decker's a good wide receiver, but Sanders isn't bad in his own right. And the fact of the matter is, I think Peyton Manning made Decker. I think Peyton Manning will make Sanders. You can almost, not 100%, but plug in what Decker did into Sanders, draft accordingly.
Hey, Tebow made Decker look pretty good too.
Oh God, why are we still talking about Tebow?
Every time I get a chance to...
Apparently.
I wish he would just get off the whole quarterback thing.
He's not good at football.
He could be helpful on special teams or something.
He's not going to be special team guy.
He could be on someone's team if he was willing to not play quarterback. Zach Ertz is the next guy, tight end with Philly. With Deshaun Jackson gone, there's going to be more passes to go around. Foles looked amazing last year. That Philly offense, they have Sproles now. So many weapons. I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure off of Ertz. He's going to be running around single coverage all day. We like his upside this year for him to maybe go to elite tight end status.
Don't
potential.
Kill me. Next guy I'm talking about, a lot of you out there hate Trent Richardson. Oh man, it was so painful last year.
It was.
But the thing that we like about Richardson is that since it was so painful, some early mock drafts, this guy is slipping so far down the draft board. They gave up a 1st round pick for Trent. They're going to give him another shot being the starter, giving him fully complemented carries. He's going to have a full offseason with him, learn the playbook. It's just great value where you can get a starting running back on what should be a pretty good offense. Kind of target Trent Richardson. If he slips in your draft, be the guy to grab him. Everyone's going to mock you and then laugh at them at the end of the year. That's what I do. That's my thing.
And that was a reason why you don't see many mid-season trades.
Yeah.
It's hard for people to just come in and just do well right off the bat. It takes a while to learn a new offense. RG3 is the next person we want to talk about. The brace is coming off. I think we might see the RG3 back from his rookie season. He has a new toy with Deshaun Jackson. The Redskins offense should be pretty good this year. And RG3, with what he can do with his legs, his potential is huge. I think he goes back closer to what he was his rookie year.
Next guy I'm talking about is Golden Tate. They've been looking for a guy to be across Calvin Johnson for Calvin Johnson's entire career. I think they finally found it in Golden Tate, and I think he's going to be a very, very interesting fantasy play because coverage is, of course, going to be 3 people on Calvin, 1-on-1 for Tate. I think he's going to have a big year. I think he's going to have his best year of his career this season.
It's very possible. Johnny Football.
Football!
It's time to talk about Johnny. He's a scary pick, obviously. I mean, you shouldn't be drafting him as your QB1, but if you get, if you're in that spot later in the draft, you don't have your quarterback yet, maybe you grab, an Andy Dalton and a Johnny Football, and then, play the matchup, see how Johnny does. I think he could very easily lead all quarterbacks with rushing yards, even if he only throws for 2,500 yards. If he can throw in 800 rushing yards, that's not a bad season for you.
800 rushing yards.
It's a big number. That's a little bold, but I think, I mean, if you're going to lead all quarterbacks with rushing yards, that's about what it would be, maybe 700, something like that. But you got to love the upside, and you got to love the excitement that Johnny brings to the field.
You're going to love him so much.
I love him.
Jeremy Maclin's next on my list. Deshaun's gone. He's the number 1 out there. And I know Riley Cooper had a pretty good year, but those numbers are a little inflated. If Maclin can stay healthy in that offense with Nick Foles at the helm, we really like him to have a big bounce back year. And again, where he's going in drafts, everyone's really worried about the injuries, and rightfully so, but he's going so far, the return he can yield again is ridiculous, being the number 1 option on that offense.
And Brent's not liking that this guy made the list, but CJ Spiller
Well,
Go ahead, hate on him. But he was a first-round pick last year for a reason. This guy is really good at football. He was banged up last year. He wasn't himself. It's hard to argue that. I think if he can stay healthy this year, he can go back to where he was
but
when
it's
people
like
were drafting him in the
McFadden. He
first
just
round.
doesn't stay healthy.
It's not. It's too early in Spiller's career to compare him to McFadden. He got hurt. I
Smells
think.
that way. I'm just saying.
Okay, it might smell that way, but it's not to that level yet. Spiller still has a huge upside, and you're going to be able to get him late enough to where it's not going to totally kill you if he just is mediocre.
I'm not touching it. I'm not taking the gamble. But I will make you pay for him in the auction draft. Shane Vereen's next on my list. I've said this for years, but whenever they drafted Ridley and Vereen, it was like back-to-back. They actually liked Vereen more. They took him before, and they've always loved him. He's had injury problems. But this year, hopefully he gets his full compliments, gets the touches. This is why Edelman's a little bit scary, because he could be playing a lot of slot even to some degree. Shane Vereen's a very interesting play, especially in PPR leagues. But it is a New England running back, so it's terrifying.
It is. Sleepers / undervalued. Remember the undervalued part. If you got any questions, post them in our forums. Also, our app is going to be up shortly. Hopefully, we're submitting it to the App Store. We're hoping to have it up well before the football season starts. There'll be a link to it on the homepage, so check that out. Name code over here.
And it's stuff like value-based drafting, things like that, how to get trades done. It's great. It's going to help you.
A lot of good info.
Helps you win or helps you learn if you don't know how to win yet. Or play yet. Hi, guys.